This video tutorial will show you how to create a grading rubric in Moodle 2.3. Navigate to your course page, turn editing on, and I am going to add an activity and assignment into week 1 here for my course. And I'm going to choose offline activity. It could be any one of these assignment types, but I'm just going to choose offline activity. Click add. And I am going to call this assignment class presentation, 5-minute presentation about yourself to the class. And I'm going to leave the due dates set by default for a week from the creation date here. The grade, I could choose any grade total for this assignment. I'm going to leave it, actually I'm going to set it to 10 points. The grading method I'm going to choose here from the grading method pop-up menu, I choose rubric. Leave everything else default and continue with save and display. So save and display takes me to the area where I define the rubric, and in this case the rubric grading method is a rubric, and I'm going to define a new grading form from scratch. I'm not using a template. So I click define new grading rubric, and I'm going to call this simply my presentation rubric. A rubric for student presentations. Obviously this can be anything that you choose to have for your class. Now I define, creating a rubric, I need to define the criteria and also the levels attached to each criteria. In this case I'm going to leave it pretty simple just for this demonstration. I'm going to click on the first criterion and I'm going to call this appearance. And I'm just going to simply say that student appears unprepared. So no points for that if they're unprepared. I'll go to level 2 here. Student appears prepared. Level 1, the average level, and the very top level, student is well prepared. So it's subtle, but gives us 3 levels. And I'm going to leave the point values 0, 1, and 2. I could change these point values, but I'm going to leave them default. I'm going to add at least one more criterion here, so I click add a criterion. So to appearance, I'll say content, and the first level is student or presentation lacks content. And the middle level will say presentation has average content. And then of course the last one is presentation has excellent content. And then the last one that I'll add here is articulation, and obviously I could add many more to this, but just for this example I'm giving articulation, and I'm just going to say poor student sounds confused. That's pretty bad. And I'll say average here, student is moderately of course, if I was being graded for spelling, we'd be in trouble. Typing, at least. All right, and then the last one, I'll just say excellent. Excellent articulation. So you get the idea here. And then when I'm done, I'm just going to leave the default settings for the rubric options here, which allow students to view the rubrics and how they were graded. And then I'm going to save rubric and make it ready. And assuming that your students go ahead and do this presentation, to grade the rubric, I'll simply navigate back to the class page here. So your presentation takes place, and when you're ready to grade it, you simply click on the assignment. Go to where it says either one assignment has been uploaded if it's an upload assignment. In this case, it's an offline activity, so I'm just simply going to click View Assignment Grades and Feedback. And then I locate the student that I want to grade. In this case, I'm going to grade Joe Columbia and click the grade link. My rubric appears, and then I just simply click on the boxes that I feel are appropriate to the grading rubric. So appearance, I'll say student is well prepared. Content, the presentation is average content, but the articulation is excellent. So I just simply click on those boxes, and you notice that they're highlighted in a pale green. I can add individual feedback for each one of the rubric areas. So perhaps in content, I'll just say needs more detail. Needs more detail. I could add a general area, average presentation as general feedback. If I check the send notifications, it will be a notice or an email will go to the student telling them that their teacher has made comments on this assignment. I'm going to leave it unchecked. And then I click Save Changes. And there we are. The rubric has graded it and given Joe 8 out of 10. So it calculates a grade out of 10, out of the value that you ask it to use, and uses the rubric to generate that score. And so that's how to create a rubric in Moodle 2.3.